Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. Welcome back to another live walk show. That's W-A-L-K because I'm walking. And this is a live broadcast if you're watching at approximately 5:25 p.m. New York City time. That's right. So without further ado, let's get started. Again, this is a live walk show. So you can see me walking. My dirty shoes, my dirty shorts, and the dirty parking lot. But it may get exciting because we'll probably walk through some grass, and we may see some wildlife and all kinds of stuff. So you can probably hear the birds chirping right now. That's simply foreshadowing what's to come, as far as wildlife's concerned. So there's a pothole that was recently patched. Look at that. It's glorious. Yep. So what's everyone excited about today? I mean, we got everything. We got drones. Oh, I see some crows. Hold on. I promised y'all some wildlife. Check this out. Let's see if we can sneak up on a crow. Hey, crows, what's up? You can hear them. They're running away. He said, that's the Sean Connery dude. So we don't want to mess with him. We may get scratched. Dang, IrixGuy, you have been on your game lately, staying fit. I'm excited about your shoes. Thanks. Yeah, these things are holding up, man. I took them. I was down in Manhattan and walked probably, I don't know, during the weekend. Probably walked about 20 miles in Manhattan. Great city to walk in. Try to find y'all some wildlife. Here's a tree right here. See, I can rub my leg on the tree. So what are y'all excited about today? This is y'all's show. This is a live show. Again, it will be recorded, so you can watch it again. Or if you miss the opportunity to tune in live, you can watch it again. You can share it with others. But the beauty of this being a live show is that I have the opportunity to interact with all y'all in real time, so I can see your comments. If you type a comment right now, I have the opportunity to respond. I'm excited that DJI is giving me a 30% discount. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's customer service, isn't it? And when you talk, don't get me wrong, I love DJI drones, but when you talk about DJI and then mix customer service in the same sentence, it's kind of weird. Look at that. We got flowers in the wilderness. Look at that. And then we got a pile of dog poop. So there's a little bit of everything. So, yeah, DJI Spark's gonna be exciting. We won't just talk about drones today. We can talk about several things. People have and several people sent me a message actually on my Facebook page, facebook.com/IrixGuy, and they were asking about it was about how to create something new, how to be your own boss, how to do your own thing. And there's really no right or wrong answer for that. The best advice that I can give is hello Marcus. Welcome aboard everyone. We got a lot of people tuning in right now. Again, if you're watching this at approximately 5:29 p.m. New York City time, this is a live show. So comment and we can all correspond live. I know your channel is considered an adventure channel, but what kinds of adventures have you gone on to consider? Let me see. Hold on. I have to pop the comments back up. That one flew by me. What adventure do I consider to be my top adventure? Well, great question. Thanks for asking. Every adventure is different. But if I was going to pick the top adventure, and I wouldn't say it was my top destination, but it's quite possibly my top adventure so far. It was in the Cayman Islands, and it's this bay, and it's not. If you go on a cruise to Grand Cayman, you're probably going to be at Georgetown, the cruise ship port, and you're probably going to go to 7 Mile Beach, which is a nice beach. But if you get off the beaten path and you stay in Grand Cayman like we did for about 9 nights, just in a little rinky-dink condo in the middle of nowhere, but it was near a place called Rum Point. And if you can, oh, great, you're going to Grand Cayman. So if you're there at dark, well, and you may not be there after dark with a cruise, but there's this place, it's called Bioluminescent Bay. And it's very, very close to Rum Point. Actually, we got in a kayak at Rum Point, which is on the opposite side of the island of 7 Mile Beach. But we got in these kayaks, and Rum Point, Point. And we got in these kayaks at Rum Point, and we paddled. It was probably a few miles in the water. The water was calm. But we went to this bay. It was called Bioluminescent Bay. And what you could do is you could put your hand or your paddle in the water once you were in this bay. And there's this, like, sea life. And it looked like, if you've ever seen a glow stick, that's the little plastic tubes that you break and then they glow. It was like that, except it was in the water. So when you pulled the paddle up, you could see it dripping off the paddle. It was like glowing gel. And then you could stick your hands in the water and pull your hands out, and you would see balls, what looked like balls of light rolling down your hand. So it was, some sort of living organism that does that. But it was a very freaky and interesting experience and unexpected. Again, when you're talking about adventure, one can make an adventure out of anything, but the true adventures are the adventures that you don't expect. So let's see some other unexpected things. I mean, there's been so many. One thing I did, I rode a horse, and it was also in Grand Cayman. Got on a horse, went down the beach, and then and this was way on the remote side of Grand Cayman, and rode a horse through the ocean, and the horse started swimming, and I was on his back without a saddle. So considering I don't consider myself to be a horse riding expert, a jockey, I found it to be very, very exciting. And on the other side of the fence, if you're in British Columbia, did zip lining at Whistler in British Columbia. So that was cool. So yeah, a lot of adventures. I mean, and somebody asked about cruise ships. What's your favorite cruise ship? Honestly, my favorite cruise ship is the best deal that I can get, because ultimately, I know there's some cruise lines where you pay more and you've got a more luxurious bed or whatever. I want to get on as cheap as possible and, enjoy my time at sea and then, hit up the ports. But to be frank, I've been on 2 cruises. I've been on Carnival Pride and the Carnival Elation. Elation was a pretty small ship. It was very nice. The Pride was a much bigger ship, and it was very nice. But at the end of the day, when I tallied all the spending, I found that if I want to go somewhere in the Caribbean, that I can often get a very cheap flight. And then what I do, I go to TripAdvisor.com, and I go to that particular destination, and I sort vacation rentals. I sort by price low to price high. And then what I do is look through the reviews. So starting from lowest price, I skip past the ones that have no reviews or very few reviews or very negative reviews. And I find the cheapest one I can find with a large quantity of reviews that are overwhelmingly positive. And then I map it out on Google Earth. I see where it is, you know, geographically on that island, and how much of a pain it may be to travel to other parts of the island from there. So typically, and it depends upon destination, but typically when I'm going to the Caribbean now, I can typically get a very nice place to stay. And when I say nice, I mean an air conditioner, possibly have wireless internet, and a bed that's comfortable without bugs. And typically I can get something for right around the $100 US, $100 US per night mark. And I know that sounds cheap. I mean, you know, no. When you're doing an adventure channel, you're not staying in the Four Seasons of the Ritz. You're staying in, there's one time I even stayed in, it was in St. Thomas, and stayed in this dude's, it was pretty much his basement. It was a detached area, so it wasn't creepy, but I mean, you know, you gotta figure out what your objective is. Is your travel objective to go to the spa and to have people feed you drinks on the beach? Or is your travel objective to go out to an unknown island, explore, and see the stuff that a lot of people don't get to see? That's what I do. That's adventure. And again, there's nothing wrong with the other, but you know, with that being said, I mean, there's a lot of unexpected adventures I've encountered. One of the other adventures is kind of a more, I guess you would say, popular type adventure, better known adventure, and it's a place called Virgin Gorda. It's in the British Virgin Islands, and you can get there if you're in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's a short ferry ride. That's a short ferry ride. That's the way to do it. It's inexpensive. You get there, you crawl through these rock formations on the beach, and it's just a really good experience. You can check out my videos on my channel. Just search for Virgin Gorda, and the place is called The Baths, B-A-T-H-S. Very famous place. And on another spectrum, there's a place called Jost Van Dyke, and there you'll find two very popular bars, you know, just like real Caribbean bars. One of them is Soggy Dollar Bar, and the other one is Foxy's. So those are really cool places. Cool thing about any of the islands is that, you know, you can be down there with you know, it doesn't matter, just go and have fun. I mean, there's all types of people. There's multi-billionaires, there's people that are broke. I mean, it doesn't matter, just go out and have fun. So adventure is what one makes it. So, you know, that's when I'm out filming these videos. I'm just trying to get the hole-in-the-wall adventures, plural, because that's the stuff that you may not find in your travel magazine now. You know, it may pop up in the future because more and more people publicize it after they experience it. But, you know, that's the power of social media. Getting out, hitting up the lesser known adventures, sharing them with others, and then then seeing that real world destination trend in popularity, and that's often trending as the product of his exposure on social media. That's always fascinated me. You know, this channel has always been a sociological experiment of sorts, and it's not just travel. I mean, there's stuff across the board here, as y'all know, and drones are one of my favorite things because they're a mechanism that enable me to connect destinations with video and then deliver that content to the world. So kind of a cool unexpected tool. Who would have thought, let's say 15 years ago, that drones would exist? And how many of y'all have purchased your first drone, flown it, and felt like it was fake because it's so cool? Then you kind of get immune to it. It's like, oh, that's the norm. That's the drone. I've seen it. I've done it. But even if one becomes familiar with flying a drone and it doesn't have the awe factor that it did initially, it's still arguably the most amazing tool on the available for capturing aerial videos and aerial photos. Unless you've got an airplane or a helicopter, and if you do, you're probably not going to get as good of a photo or video out the window with that. But yeah, just a walk show, walking through the wilderness. Yep. So what else? Travel. You had the entrepreneurial questions. Anything's free game. Obviously, this and all of my content should be appropriate for all age groups, and I definitely always avoid political conversations. So, we are 15 minutes and 49 seconds into this walk. We are walking along into the wilderness. Hi from North Carolina. Hey, Jamie. I'm sure you've heard the saying, the best camera to have is one you have with you. Maybe the DJI Spark can completely change the game being so small. That's a great point. And also, with all the enhanced regulations throughout the world, if the weight of the DJI Spark is light enough that maybe it won't be subject to as much regulation, and that would be really cool. That potentially could be a game changer. If they can get 4K video quality that's as good or almost as good as a Phantom 4, I mean, that could be a game changer. So this sounds kind of shady, but what if, and I'm not encouraging this at all, but what if they came out with something like where it would fill up with water to add weight? So it would be it would handle better in the wind, and then like if you started getting chased by like somebody saying you're too heavy, it would like shoot out all the water, and then when it landed it was below the weight. I would never encourage that, but just think about that. No, I mean, I believe that some degree of regulation is appropriate, but I know that the amount of regulation that's in place now is overkill. So it's a shame. So now's where we come and we look at poisonous plants. So we've got actually those aren't poisonous. Those right there are raspberries. See those? And then that is a blackberry. Right there, see? See if I can get my finger. Right there, wild blackberry. And then we got honeysuckle. And I think there's some rabbits out here, so let's see if we can stir up a rabbit. Just in case y'all didn't, this is the walk show, so it's all about the feet. But see, I'm walking. That's me, IrixGuy's Adventure Channel. So yeah, we're in the wilderness, and it is hot. It's probably 98 degrees. Okay, there's an animal over there. Oh, it's a squirrel. Check this out. Going up the tree. Hey, squirrel, you're on live IrixGuy's Adventure Channel. He ran away. Daggone. Let's see if we can stir up some other wildlife. Let's see what we can stir up. That's a big dandelion. Look at that. This thing right here, whatever that is. Now it says very bad connection. Well, I was hoping I'd get us some rabbits or something, but hey, there's a lot of honeysuckle. Look at that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, this was another live episode of IrixGuy Walk Show. Hey, Jamie, before I tune out, I came in late. Do you have any idea what the Spark will cost? I do not, but speculation leads one to believe that, given that Mavic Pro is right below $1,000, my assumption, and this is just if they want to sell a large quantity of it, my assumption would be that it would likely be at or below the $500 US mark. So what do y'all think about that? Talking about the DJI Spark. Well, on that note, chew on that. Let's think about it. Tune in next time to IrixGuy's live walk show. And I will be back in the New York studio soon, so I'll have some good studio footage. But appreciate everyone tuning in, your subscriptions, your likes, sharing with others. Obviously, your live participation. Your live participation means a ton. And whatever you do, do not rub against this kind of stuff. That is called poison oak. And what it'll do, if you are allergic, you will break out in a rash. Then you will scratch. And then you will get pussy sores. And it'll spread all over your body. So watch out for that stuff. And on that note, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.